Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Sarah and today is day 21 of the Advent Read.A.Thon and these are a few of my favorite books and not so favorite books. So today's challenge is to talk about our favorite and not so favorite reads of 2018, and I have two for each, and this is not to say that none of the other books were my favorites. These were just the two favorites that I could think of and the two not so favorites that I could think of off the top of my head. So the first one I'm going to talk about is one of my favorites that I read this year, and that is My Plain Jane by the Lady Janies. Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jodie Meadows. This one is the second book in the Lady Janies series, and I loved the first one. In fact, I read the first one earlier this year, but I want to talk about this one because I just loved this one so much. It is a retelling of Jane Austen in just a really fun, interesting take of it. It's Jane Austen meets Ghostbusters, and it was so hilarious and just like the perfect timing for what I was going through at the time, and I needed it so much, and I loved this one so much. It was so cute and adorable and just it was so perfect. I loved this one so much. The next one we're going to talk about is one of my not so favorites, and that one is Lucky in Love by Casey West. And I know what you're thinking, Sarah, don't you love Casey West? And I do, but this one was just my least favorite of hers. I was just so disappointed in this one, and I don't know why. I thought it was a really cute concept. I liked the characters, and I really liked the situation they were in, but it just didn't mesh with me. It just felt I was just kind of bored with it, to be completely honest, and I didn't like it as much as I love all of her other books. I'm still a Casey West fan. This one just didn't go well with me, and I'm so disappointed because I love this cover so much. It's probably one of my favorite covers of hers, and I'm so disappointed with how it turned out, and I'm heartbroken because I really wanted to love this one so much, but it didn't do it for me, unfortunately. The next one we are going to talk about is another favorite of mine, and this one is also part of a series, and this one is Cydia by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. It is the finale to the Illuminae Files trilogy, and oh my goodness, was this the perfect end to such an amazing trilogy. If you have not checked out Illuminae or Gemina, just any of the books, you need to. If you are into sci-fi, Star Wars, Star Trek, all of that, this is something that you need to read. It is so good. It is told in an interesting format because it has like the dockets and the dossiers and like IM chats and just the characters. It was so amazing to see them all culminate all together. The ones that you meet in the other two books, and that just having them all together in this finale is just so perfect. Plus you have the other characters that you meet along the way, and it was so good, and probably my favorite read of the year. And it's because I was looking forward to the ending of this series, and I'm so sad that it's over. But we are going to be getting more from Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff with their Aurora Rising, which is going to be coming out next year. So I'm really excited to see how that kind of spans into a new phenomenon, and I'm just, this is so good. So definitely everybody needs to read Illuminae, and if not, listen to the audiobooks, which is something I need to do, and I'm planning on doing and reading along with it, but in the meantime, this was so good. And the final book we're going to talk about is probably my most disappointing read my least favorite read of the year, and I'm so upset that I'm so disappointed with this one. And that is Expelled by James Patterson and Emily Raymond. I was expecting this one to be so much better than it actually was. I love this cover. It is so good. It's minimal. I love the title of it. I love how it looks like somebody like red rubber stamped Expelled on it. I love how the character is dressed. I love how the wind is blowing her hair. Like, I love this so much. I was expecting so much more from this. This twist at the end was so... it was so out of left field that it wasn't even in the same ballpark. Like, it was so... it just didn't make any sense. I don't know. To me, it just felt like, oh, we're gonna go with something so vulgar that it's gonna make people think that this is something. And it just didn't read like that. It read like, we're literally gonna pull something and try and stick it to the wall and hope it sticks. And it didn't work for me. I don't know. This is a definite trigger warning book. Look up trigger warnings for this one because it made me uncomfortable, and I was just like, ugh. So I did not like it at all. I liked the final resolution to that issue I had, but at the same time I'm like, it shouldn't have been a thing, and it was, and it just made me super uncomfortable. So I did not like this one at all. I liked how it started. I liked how the characters were going through a grieving process and everything like that, because that's something that I've realized I really like hearing, is characters going through a grieving process. But this one just, it was just not what I wanted to read. So sorry we're ending on kind of a dour note, but those were my favorite reads and my not so favorite reads of 2018, and I have plenty more that I really loved and I really didn't love and I kind of liked, but then I had some that were kind of fell in between everything. So I loved this year. I read up to this point 110 books, which is ridiculous to me. I just exceeded my expectations because I was going for 75 and I ended up reading so many more after the fact, and the year isn't even done yet. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe, and as always, until next time, happy reading and happy holidays. Bye guys!